Okay, so I've been making a lot of progress on the truck. Uh, just been doing a lot of work, so not a whole lot has been filmed, but we're about to put the bed on and get the front end all put back together. I'll show you what everything looks like real quick. And there's a huge mess that I have to clean up also, but lower control arms are cleaned up and painted. I got the steering gearbox. Everything's painted, ready to go back together. C notches are done. I don't know if you can see that very well. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's looking great. So I have to put everything back together and get the truck back on the ground. I'm still gonna have to do the front brakes later, but that's something to worry about later. I'll pull that all back apart and figure all that out. I just want to get it on the ground for now, and then I think I still got to set the pinion angle, but we want to do that with the bed on and have the weight back there. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'll pick back up here in a little bit. Just a little update. Man, that front end's looking pretty good. Don't look any longer than that though, because you'll see some stuff that you do not want to see, but it's looking good. I got some new parts for the front end. Look at those brake calipers and brake lines and pads. Don't look at that. That is not anything that you need to worry about. It's not ever happening. It's just there. Just kind of, I just put my parts here that happen to be there. Don't pay attention to it though. It's been talked about, but it's not happening. But it has been talked about. Anyways, so I'm gonna put my nice shiny calipers and stuff on the truck, and yeah, like from here, looks great. Don't look too hard though. But from here, it's all right. So I do need to get some shocks. What I'm going to use, just for right now, just real temporary, I'm gonna use these guys right here. You guys probably can't hear nothing right now because of the stupid wind, but that's Kansas for you. So I'm gonna pull those shocks off, and then we will be making a lot of progress. Hopefully the front end will be done. Brake lines together, all the brake parts on, and shocks. It'll be done for now. I'll throw some nicer shocks on it later. And I'll be able to put it back down on the ground. I gotta hook up the fuel cell because I had the bed off. So I need to do that. And then we're on to setting the pinion angle. So let me knock this out real quick and I'll get back with you guys. Okay, so now the brakes and everything are done on the truck. Show you. Got the rotors on, got the new calipers on. I didn't film that whenever I got everything back together. I didn't show you guys, but it's all there. And now I have a different front fender on this because the other one, well, it just didn't fit right. It was mostly the rust didn't match, and that's what really counts. But no, the other front fender didn't fit right because it had a dent in it, and it was really annoying because it was just bowed, and it was also rusting pretty bad too. The other fender wasn't the original fender on the truck, and it had rust on this inner lip here. And so it was just basically rotting out, and I didn't really want that. So swapped it out. Now it's got this blue fender on it that matches the hood. It's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. It's blue and orange, and then a gray square. Anyways, the truck's up in the air now, and I'm trying to get this pinion angle set. So we will see where we get with that. Hopefully that gets done tonight, and then we can make some more progress on this thing. But just been doing a lot of work, and a lot of it's kind of boring, so I haven't filmed everything. But that's the update. Setting the pinion angle, front end's done. I need to throw the shocks on it, but I actually had ordered some shocks, so they're on their way, and I'm supposed to pick them up Monday. I might throw some stock shocks on it before then. But yeah, it's getting closer to being done. Still got some work to do. Still got to get the rear brake lines put together. Once we set the pinion angle, I got to drop the whole rear end out anyways and put the brake lines back on it and probably paint it so it doesn't get all rusty and look like crap. And then I'll be a lot closer to being done, but still not done, because I got to trim these fender wells out, or the inside of the fenders, not the fender wells, but I got to trim those out and find somewhere to put the battery. Still got to hook up the fuel cell. That'll take like 5-10 minutes, because I already pulled the wires and hoses through, so that'll take like 5 minutes to hook that back up. And then yeah, once I put the rear end back in and tighten everything up, I'll be really close to maybe driving it down the block and seeing how it does. And I don't know about the drive shaft. It may be all right. We gotta kind of, honestly, setting the pinion angle is where we're gonna get to finding out if everything's gonna work or not. Once we set that and have it on the ground, you can look at it. I mean, it's mimicking being on the ground now. It's on stands. It's actually not on the lift. It's on stands right now, so basically it's acting like it's on the ground. Yeah, so I'm gonna get to work. Okay, so I wanted to jump in here real quick and make a short video just explaining some stuff. I've done a lot off camera. I will hopefully have some footage kind of just going over everything real quick of what I've been doing for the last week. The truck right now is ready to go. The pinion angle is set and the rear end is all put in, set up. I have the drive shaft in and everything, but there was a little bit of a problem, so I put everything back together. I don't have shocks in the rear at the moment, but if you stand on the bumper and bounce, you don't get a whole lot of travel before you start hearing some stuff banging. And you guys know that the frame is C-notched, so what could that be? Well, oh my gosh, my knees are breaking. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah. You see the top of the rear end? I have like an inch or maybe an inch and a half, something like that, of travel before the bed, the bottom of the bed, hits the rear end. So now that's a problem. There's two ways we could fix that. The first way would be Calvert sent me these springs, so the back half of the springs, so the split monolith springs. You undo the bolt in the middle and then you can throw these on. Now what these are is, when I ordered my springs, they were, ooh, I'm dropping my phone. When I ordered my springs, they are 1-inch drop springs. So what that is I take the rear end out, and this would take an afternoon's worth of work, drop the rear end back out, pull the springs off, and then undo the bolts and put those back halves that Calvert just sent me on, and it would reverse the 1-inch drop. And basically that's just the normal arch measurement of the springs. I got the 1-inch drop version. I don't know if this is making a whole lot of sense, but basically it reverses my 1-inch drop and goes to a different style of spring. Not different style of spring. It's just not an inch drop spring. So anyways, that's the first option. That would be about an afternoon's worth of work probably to pull the rear end back out and everything and swap those springs. And then put some shocks on it. And that little bracket, if you guys want, you could rewind. But that little bracket that runs in the middle of the bed, that's actually kind of where it's hitting on the rear end. So if I cut that out, that might give me like another 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Put some shocks on it and then raise it up with that inch spring. Hopefully it would clear and I would never have an issue with my bed hitting the top of my rear end again. Or option number 2 is nice because it's not an afternoon's worth of work. It's about 2 minutes worth of work. I could just cut a hole in my bed and problem solved. Right now, after pulling the rear end in and out of this truck and messing with it so much and getting the pinion angle set, after all that work, the 2-minute option sounds really nice. So I don't know what's gonna happen yet. Well, I do, but I'm gonna leave it up to you guys what you think's gonna happen. You guys can put it in the comments below and just watch for the next video. But I also want to give you a quick little sneak peek of the next video. That's all I'm going to show you. If you can't spot the difference, then you'll know in the next video. If you watched the last video, you'll probably know what the difference is already. So yeah, other than that, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.